Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. Yes. Welcome the cynical one, and welcome, Mishona Knight. Welcome, sister. Thanks for coming. This is the 10th Sunday conversation with the number one grinder. Hopefully that we could get somebody on. And I ain't gonna be that long on it and everything. I'm not gonna be long. So, hopefully we can get to talk about some things, right? And so, yeah, did thing and other stuff that hopefully I'll be having. I'm trying to schedule up this week some chop ups and some possible chop ups and interviews. So if y'all can hear me, press one. Y'all can hear me, press one. And I keep on telling y'all, drop some comments after whatever I finish the live. Drop some comments. It's very, very important. Again, this is the 10th Sunday conversation with the number one grinder. Hashtag family, hashtag the truth. Again, number one grinder. Y'all can hear me, press one. Very important, very important. Y'all can hear me, press one. Okay, cool. No, I hope everybody enjoyed on the 4th. I don't celebrate, you know what I'm saying, but whoever does, be safe out there, back to work, back where we do the beginning of the week and stuff. So hope everybody is doing fine. Hope everybody doing all right. You know. Um I just wanna talk to the men, we gotta do a better job to keep in contact with each other. You know, we got to, and the ones that's doing it, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all keep the fine work. And find out that throughout the years that I've been doing this, I've always encouraged the men, but also I've been very firm with the men. There are some that you ain't firm. I am firm with the men. Trust me, I am very firm with the men. And I'm gonna have men's talk soon. I don't know when, but I'm gonna have men's talk, and we're gonna gotta have a conversation of different things. Gonna have a conversation of different things. And quite a few deaths has happened. A drummer for Earth, Wind, Fire passed. You know, Walter Scott, of the co-owner of the Whispers, he passed. Co-founder of the Whispers had passed. And I feel the Whispers should be in the Hall of Fame. They got a lot of hits. You know. Hopefully, if I don't forget, I'm gonna do a special underrated music talk about the Whispers. You know, they stand the test of time. They had some hits in the '70s now. Like they don't have no hits, but some of them hits in the '70s went on. In the '80s they paid platinum and stuff like that. But the '80s they did their thing. The '90s they did their thing too, but the '80s they. But they've been in the game. A lot of people don't know the Whispers. They just came in the scene. No, they started. They formed back in 1964. They had little minor hits here and there throughout the '60s. And they had a song in the 1970 that sticks with me. I don't want to be right. And it talks about us as a people of African descent. Look that up. I don't want to be right. By the Whispers. That's back in 1970. I don't think it was a hit. Probably was a minor hit, but that song means a lot to me when I be hearing it. And it goes to show that it applies today. So, so I want y'all to please keep the Scott family in prayers, and the other ones that had lost ones in prayers of the family. Please do that, because in this space they're not gonna talk about it. I'm like one of the few who will talk about it. So, but so, and even the whispers had others that pass along the past. Please continually shout out to them and their families and stuff. So now I know people will talk about Diddy, right? It's all right to talk about Diddy, should get served more time. Yeah, some people, the prosecutor push up the case, the RICO and all that. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that was a jam. Yeah. So when I think of like that though, because I had people had wanted me. What's up, brother Steve? How you doing? Salute to you, my brother. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. No, there are people that approach me about, yeah, you're originally from New York. What you do it, I know you can bring a lot to the table. You be all right, brother. Glad that you're here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Welcome. And I look at it, and there goes a link right there. Anybody wants to come up, feel free to come up. It's so funny, right? I see for what it is. I'm saying information out there is not true. Not saying that. Not saying that at all. But there are some that went overboard about it. This that. Like I said before, I said it again. To understand where P Diddy come from, you got to understand the past. How you born. Father. All that, mother, all that. You got to bring it to that, and it leads up. Of the mishaps that he was in. Like I said, P Diddy's not a good person. And so the late great Biggie Smalls, when he would, Big Diddy, like I was like, me from Brooklyn, I was looking at her, and a lot of people don't know this. I ain't gonna say a lot, but a few people. Let me change that. A few people don't know the first one that hit that first hit from Bad Boys was the late great y'all know what I'm talking about. And you know what I mean. So it slipped my mind, you know what I'm saying? So and let me check what's this about. Y'all know the name. So he was the one. So yeah, put the name in the chat. I don't know. My mind would go blank sometimes. You know. Um he was the one that had the first hit of Bad Boys. And it's real sad. Craig Mack, thank you. Craig Mack, right. And so they make it seem like that Biggie Smalls was the first one. No, Craig Mack, the one put Bad Boys on the map back in '93. And then that's what Biggie Smalls. But they wasn't really pushing Craig Mack that they should. And I know people don't like when I say this throughout the years, and Biggie Smalls got caught up in it, just Craig Mack. And I'm like, yo, why you? And then people used to come in, yo, man, I don't know, I shouldn't do it. Craig Mack, I said, Craig Mack from New York too, from Queens. You know what I mean? Like, Craig Mack was doing his thing, Yeah, Biggie. So So Craig Mack was the first one that went gold on Bad Boy in 93. Not Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls was 94. No, so we have to understand that. So, and like I said, what I'm saying, I know it's true. Because I see it because I'm born and raised in New York. You know. What about the late great Black Rob and others? Look what he was trying to do against the Locks. Locks had to really advocate for themselves, like, yo, get out the contract, and the rest is history. When they were Rough Riders, the rest is history after that. But P. Diddy did not treat people wrong. He didn't treat people right. And I mean, he did his thing, going music, yeah, but he was not a good person. And so when we see, if y'all can hear me, press 1. So when we see other things that's going on here, he prayed for God, and he was not God, because he thought he was God, because people perceive he was God. You know what I mean? So we gotta look at that too. No, and so he was not a good person. No. Now there's some talk that Biggie's supposed to get ready to leave Bad Boy to start his own label with Junior Mafia, stuff like that. He's starting his own clothing line, and so yeah, yes, ma'am. So, and there's going to be some people gonna get mad when I say this. There are some people have put themselves in situations they can get the bag. Oh, something happened to me, but you put yourself in it. Well, I'm supposed to have sympathy. I'm talking man and woman. So I'm supposed to have sympathy for you, but you put yourself in. Oh, I'm wrong. So whoever who stuck up for themselves against P. Diddy, some had disappeared, reappeared throughout the years, and there are some that vanished, that died. No. So then you got other ones who with Diddy. What about them, And he's not a good person. People sure they want to. You're not a good person. Not. So like I said, there are some that talk about Diddy. I'm not saying again that they're not right. They are right. What's going on? But I'm talking about for me born and raised in New York. Really look at it. See how they operate. New York wasn't, even the DJs were disrespecting Craig Mack. Craig Mack, I said, what are you talking about? Like the first LP, I like the first LP. That first LP was, if they really push it, Craig Mack, he could have more hits, but no. But the sad thing of certain people in hip hop, culture back then, turn their back to Craig Mack, the late great Craig Mack. And that's sad, because everybody want to see Biggie Smalls. Now, I'm not saying Biggie Smalls is great. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, Biggie Smalls, baby, hey, Brooklyn, all day. You know what I mean? The day I die. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, but what's right is right, wrong is wrong. So Craig Mack did not get the support that he should have. And then if you think about it, if you had Craig Mack and Biggie, they would have, God, what could have been? But could see what other labels had done, like Rough Riders, Murder Inc. and stuff. They didn't really just be on the main artists. They make sure other artists get to play too, and that's why you see Rough Riders. Yo, when they got DMX when he had two #1 LPs, 98. I was tough. Then you got Follow with the Locks. Rough Riders on there. Then you got Gangsta the Gentleman by Styles P back in 2002. And with Switch Beats, oh my God. New York was on fire. Hip hop was on fire. No? That's the way you're supposed to try to cook. So, you know. And Bad Boy had it. It wasn't treating, it was like that. 3D was not treating people right. Yeah, Total. Yeah, 112. You got Carl Thomas. You know, he's saying little gospel, R&B, stuff like that. You could have had it. Well, you want one guy. And you know, let's be honest, the way how he treated Shine, turn back on him, and the people say, "Hey, turn, you did, you did." But you know, Shine went on, you know, turn his life around, you know, and you know, he's doing his thing, you know, and beliefs and stuff like that, traveling and stuff, you know, at the garden of people say, "Oh, he hit the garden," and no, it make a difference, you know. Had that spirituality and stuff. I respect him for that. And you know, he is, yeah, and that's another one. They ain't want a Bad Boy, they ain't want to push. Sean, his first LP. What? Oh my God, it's crazy. With Donovan leaving, Reggae Legend. I'm just giving you my inside of it. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit that. No. So you have to understand. You know, hold on one second, family. Hold on, fam. Hold on. Y'all can hear me, press one. If y'all can hear me, press one. It really is. So again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. No, thank you. Appreciate that. You understand? We have to understand that. I'm a firm believer in this. I'm staying. I'm standing on it. When you do genuine people wrong, it's gonna come back to you. That's people understand. So then you got some men. They don't know what political party they belong to. That political party make them change to be a slave, make them come out of their character. Now some people say, oh, you talk red pill. You talk about, no, I ain't red pill, I'm human pill. Okay? I'm man's pill. Humanity pill. Now there are some things that talk about, like I know that, like we just did with the late Kevin Sanders. Now there are some things that people don't like what he say, but again, but there are certain things what he's saying, he's right about something going on. And so when people talk about, oh, he's wrong about that, I tell people, look how you're acting though. Make him look at the profit. And he's right. Certain things he's right. You know, sometimes us as men, oh, y'all don't like that person. You don't have to like that person, but some things they could say is so true, it's revealing. Sometimes we let our all organized ways get in the way of it, of the truth. No. Now I don't have to like you, but if I know you're telling the truth, I'm going to acknowledge that. Man or woman. I don't like you. You don't act like me. But if I know you're telling the truth, what's going on? You're telling the truth. It's not my truth, not your truth, but the truth. I know the difference. But a lot of y'all don't know the difference. Y'all refuse to know the difference. So sometimes you need to take a look at yourselves. Okay? Y'all need to take a good look at yourselves. Sometimes, people want to, yo, what up? Oh, what's up, my brother? How you doing? I ain't see you in a while. Much blessings to you and your family. No, people don't think that, oh, you don't believe in God, you don't believe that. I said, I do believe in God. It's never going to change. No? Well, sometimes God can send people we don't like so we can hear the truth. No? If you can hear me, brother, press 1. No? And anybody else can still hear me, press 1. And sometimes we got to look at that like that. No? Blessings back to you and your family. Appreciate you. But we don't see that though. And sometimes they could tell. Sometimes some men and some women they telling the truth. They don't even know it. But you hear it, right? That's what counts, right? I know Brian know what he's talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I knows what I'm talking about. Yep. So we have to understand that We have to take people at face value. Nope. Very important. So we have to think about that very carefully. You Again, there goes a link right there. You want to come up? Please come up. Tell me what you did on the 4th, Oh, and that's very important. The New York Knicks has hired Mike Brown as their head coach. Two-time coach of the year. He had multiple championships. As a champion, he's been on teams that win championships. As assistant coach, they say he coached LeBron, he lost the finals and all like that. Welcome to the Knicks. Wherever he coached as assistant coach, he always had number top 5 in offense and top 5 in defense. And I know there are some people say, well, you should have kept Tibbs and all of that, but you don't play your bench. And I said it the last when I talked to Mike Brown about a few days, about almost a week ago. And I say it again, when you don't play your bench, right? Where you think you're gonna go? You gotta have a coach that identified that this is it. Teams go far, they go 9, 10 or better on the bench. These are facts, what I'm saying. Now, some coaches, I ain't gonna play with them, and you have to force a player from the bench. And see, deep down inside, you don't want to. They say he don't trust them, but it come every day, right? So, and one thing about Mike Brown, he do play his bench, so that is a plus. I ain't not gonna say, oh yeah, he's gonna be the savior and stuff like that. I ain't saying that either, but I'm just saying, look, anything bad tips. Good coach, but we understand sometimes he clueless on offense. We gotta understand that. So sometimes um, a different voice needed. I know some players have talked about Tibbs, respect Tibbs, play hard Tibbs, stuff like that. But sometimes, change could be good. You know? There are some people saying that the Knicks should look at Westbrook. His championship. He can come off the bench. He played hard. He nobody at time. Yeah, anybody can nobody but Westbrook. We championship with Spurs. No, he would teach them of certain opportunities on certain plays. Hey, you do this. You championship pedigree. You need that in the locker room. Yeah, some people say, "Will you bring Westbrook? Well, I'll bring Westbrook here for now." No, you bring that veteran leadership that is needed. That's needed. No. Oh, let's see what the Knicks gonna do. No. So, Very important. Oh, and also I want to get into it of other NBA trades that's happening too in the future. So, if anybody want to talk about NBA trades that happen to different teams, please reach out to me. Um, they go on email right there. Reach out to me. I want to talk about NBA trades, sports and stuff. Y'all can reach out to me. No. Um, like I said, put the link right here. If I want to come up, you can. You're welcome. But we gotta do better. Gotta do better. No, gotta do better. No. Especially us as men, we gotta do better. Gotta do better. And again, I do get on the men. Let me put that out there. I do. Because there are some women be thinking, oh, you don't get on the men. Yes, I do. I get on the men. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's anybody in there. They tell you, oh, he gets on the men. Granny gets on the men. You know, but at the same time, women, you gotta be held accountable too. They say, oh, I'm doing certain thing. Oh, you doing something? Oh, I ain't doing nothing right. I did something. Oh, I do something. Oh, I didn't do no. You gotta be held accountable too. You gotta get called out too. You got to. Can't run away. That's how I told men too. Men, you cannot run away. Women can't run away either. Can't. And you know, say, gotta be men. Women gotta be women. Both goes for both men and women. If you do wrong, you do wrong. That's it. Got these sent men, you know, you be around toxic men and women. Oh, you don't call me out. Oh, you this and you that. No. Can't stand for what you can't stand for being a man. Oh, women. You know, but lesbians and all that. But you got another call other women pygmies because they want to be within God's order. Right? That's the problem. Some of us still had trauma. Some days there's certain days that in us we feel to look at it for ourselves and work on it. And sometimes it travels. Sometimes it travels, and then we come to find out we see them. Oh, I don't want to see. Why you don't see it for? You doing it? Y'all gonna change, men and women. So he sent men. I know that. I don't know. I don't know. Toxic Kool-Aid tastes that good, but I don't want no part of it. I do not want no part of it. Keep that in that corner. Let's stay in that corner, not over here. That corner. So that's the corner I don't want. Get all that. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm back. I turn on the light. Sorry. Sorry about that. Take care of some things. But like I said, you gotta learn to hold other people. We gotta learn to hold each other accountable. especially us as people, we are not doing a good job. We let our personal feelings get in the way. We let genders get in the way. Certain situations we in get in the way. We're not learning from our mistakes in the past. Same, be repeating it the same way. It's not good. So we gotta hold each other accountable, y'all. Even though the ones close to us, gotta do it. Because it's always good. It's always easy to hold somebody else accountable. If you do this number, how about somebody among us? Right? We're willing to do that. And then sometimes that's a problem throughout humanity, but especially our people of African descent. No. Very important. You see how P. Diddy, like I said, how he he's my family. Like how he did him. And then because he considered him not party. Very important. Trump beat Trump. You know how that goes. So no. So yep. So you're traveling back. Please be careful. Please be careful. Very much appreciated. Like I said, I'm not gonna stay here long. Just want to get on here, you know, let you know I'm all right, and maybe hopefully we can talk about certain things. Well, always when I look at it, be encouraged. Even some things don't feel right. Still be encouraged. You know? Still be encouraged. Sometimes when you be there, when you be there, That'd be enough to them to go on. You have to understand that. Oh. Yeah. Let's be the best we can. Let's be the best we can be. Be the best. Whatever it is, be the best. People stand strong, people working out. Sometimes, sometimes to talk to yourself. I do sometimes. Man, no, be your own hype person. No, know what's good that you could bring it, and the other ones don't know. That ain't your problem. ain't. So I don't know what's wrong with my camera. I don't know. It's look foggy and stuff. I don't know. Let's see what's up with that. Apple. What's with the camera? I don't know. Okay, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a lot of movement of the NBA. I mean, NBA trades. There's going to be some surprise moves, especially big names. So, I just hope that the Knicks keep their core. They think about letting that Votek go. The second year guard they got from I think Michigan State. I think it's Michigan State. I want to get rid of him. I like the lefty. They didn't play him all that much. They didn't play him all that much, and I didn't get him. Why you play him? Yeah, but I would keep him. I would keep Mitch Robinson. I would see what I said. If I was the coach, I would strengthen the bench. Like the other 7, 8. No, we gonna keep them. But I would strengthen my bench. Then I just work on the offense and the defense. You know, that's what I do. So, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. The Jets, um, preseason. Maybe I think like that. Maybe 40 days away, something like that. Gonna jump into that. But again, like I said, I'll be doing myself lives at times, but I really concentrate on interviewing people and doing chop ups. Boxing will be in the future, one way or the other. No. So, see what's going on. Well, see like nobody ain't coming in, ain't coming through. Anyway, thank you. Um, on behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best case secrets on social media, the best of the business. This is the last of the 10th Sunday conversation with the #1 grinder. Hashtag family, hashtag the truth. Again, hashtag the #1 grinder. I see you when I see you. Have a blessed Sunday. This one is Ghost. Peace. Ghost out. Ghost.